The right word to define the tarpon fishery in Trinidad escapes me. It'll come to me in a moment, so thanks for your patience. You'll know the word when I say it. It means exceptional. An abnormal experience.
You ready? Here we go.
A miracle, a marvel, a wonder, a spectacle. Both rare and remarkable. Both factual and mysterious. Damn, what is it? It's on the tip of my tongue. Maybe Jonathan can help.
It really is a special fishery. You could call it a phenomenon.
Yep, that's the one.
That is a legitimate river monster.
It is one of the largest migrations of bait on planet Earth.
This fish is psycho!
I think you've just done something the first time ever in the world.
We're at the beautiful Monster Tarpon Lodge here in Trinidad and Tobago. My name is Captain Jonathan De La Rosa. I am the owner and operator of Monster Tarpon Sport Fishing here in Trinidad, and we've been fishing tarpon and operating for over 25 years.
Let's get out. If we're not catching 3 and 4 at a time, we're not in the right spot. And of course, every day is not like this, but 9 out of 10 days are.
Most anglers targeting tarpon have the same experience. Call it a success famine. Forget about one fish in a day. Try one fish in a lifetime. Then you travel to Gaspar, Grande, Trinidad, and it's 40 tarpon a day. Trinidad and its sister island Tobago are in the West Indies, only 7 miles from Venezuela. Our home for the week is Gaspar Grande, a half-mile square island in northwestern Trinidad. And hidden among its deep island channels is a secret tarpon fishery.
Trinidad is a deep water fishery. The fish fight totally different. They fight almost like big tuna. They still jump a lot, but they get to go down and dig deep. The fish are very strong. They have current. They feed a lot, so all fish are very fat. The fish get big. There's no other boats fishing out there, and there's a lot of fish. So the bite is one of the best tarpon bites in the world. I don't think there's any other bite like it. Just primarily because there's a lot of fish. We're very good at hunting the fish, and there's no boat pressure.
spectacular. Silver King. Baby.
"40 fish in a day? Let me rephrase that. 40 tarpon in a day. How can it be? The answer lies in the water, far from the classic Caribbean blue we're used to. Green, deep, cool. Those are the three main ingredients in Trinidad's secret Silver King fishery.
Trinidad's water is not like a typical Caribbean blue water because we're situated right in the mouth of the Orinoco River that runs out of Venezuela. It's such a massive tributary that all that blue water gets pushed further north, so we get a lot more brackish water. Our water is almost green, it never gets blue. When it's very, very clean, it almost has a black color to it. So we have a very healthy fishery. We have lots of swamps down in the south as well. These fish come up in these channels to spawn during the summer. They chase a lot of bait. The channels get very deep in the middle. So the fish stick along the coastlines, along rocks and reefs, and then they will just kind of come out into the middle and spawn and come back into feed. We like to use we get either Spanish sardine or herring. It doesn't really matter which one we use. The size matters, so we prefer a bigger bait. The bigger bait we could get, the better. March, April, the fish starts migrating in, the bait fish, and they would kind of slow up in September, October. And with that, the rains come June, July, so that pushes more bait feed down, more tarpon come down to feed. And then during the months where the bait is dry, sometimes that's the hardest part of the job, is getting bait. Leader. Nice job. A lot of time, instead of hooking them in the top of the mouth, you hook them on the side of the jaw. Makes it fight twice as hard.
All right, let's go again.
If you fought one tarpon, then you know that fighting, say, 30 tarpon is a problem.
All right, who wants to fight this one?
A big problem. A big, wonderful, phenomenal problem. It's October in the southeastern Caribbean. Trinidad is located outside the hurricane belt, so we're safe from tropical storms, but not a torrential downpour of tarpon.
It's the best bite in the world. And if you're accustomed to most other tarpon fisheries, it's a lot slower in terms of getting bites. You're releasing 2,500 fish a year and you're catching 20 to 40 fish in a day. It's not heard of anywhere else in the world.
When tarpon anglers dream of heaven, they dream of Gaspar Grande. And our biggest dreams are rarely an easy lift.
It's a tough fishery in regards to the amount of fish that you catch. This is the northern coast of Trinidad. So we have a famous beach in Trinidad called Maracas Beach. And Trinidad is not really a typical Caribbean kind of landscape. You know, we more have a landscape like South America. Trinidad is more lush rainforest, lots of mountainous. From May to December is generally our wet season or rainy season. And that's when you get a lot of the bait pushing down into these channels and around the islands. All the runoff pushes all the nutrients and the bait fish down in this area. And all the tarpon migrate down in to come and spawn and to feed in these channels. Hold on. Fishing tarpon in the sunny Caribbean. There's a good fish bug.
Up next, one final run into the mouth of the dragon for a pot of silver. Dragon's Mouth is a series of channels in northwestern Trinidad, and it's where you'll find the stash of silver. Locating fish is simple. Look for rollers on a strong falling tide. Trini tarpon are most active early in the morning and late in the afternoon, and Monster Tarpon plans its charters accordingly.
We generally like to fish the bottom of the tide all through the rising tide here. When the tide is falling and dumping out to the Gulf of Paria, it rips through those channels. All the water gets pushed through those islands and it really gushes through. So if we had to fish on the falling tides, you kind of generally want to find the eddies or where the fish are kind of breaking behind points. But once we can, we like to fish the rising tide where the tide is a little easier. The fish tend to come out from sitting behind those eddies and those rocks and reefs, and they come up and they're more active on the surface. Up top. Doubled up. Tripled up. Just crank that handle. Calm to chaos in 10 seconds. Someone might come up. I'll throw them. You ready? Here we go. Jump.
Feeling the pressure, the tarpon dives down into the dark green void, sounding like a tuna. While it may fight like a yellowfin, that twisting, turning jump is classic poon.
Nice work. Good job.
You mentioned that, one of the best tarpon fisheries in the world. Have you gone tarpon fishing anywhere else yourself?
I haven't fished tarpon anywhere else, and I honestly have no interest. I can't see it being any better than this. And if I do travel, I want to fish for other species.
If you had paradise to yourself, you wouldn't leave either. Here's one way to keep this place a secret. Tell your fishing buddies that on the Caribbean's furthest edge, inside the Dragon's Mouth, where the blue water turns green, where shallow water fish live in the deep, lies the best bite in the world. They'll never believe you.